The first thing you want to do before you start creating any video content or buying a camera or anything like that is figure out why. Why are you doing it? And video why, we're going to be going into why a lot further on in further videos, but let's briefly touch on this. So why are you doing video content? What's in it for you? And the most basic thing is that you can grow a following, you can attract new leads, and you can sell more through video content, which is great. It's it's what everyone can be doing. It's a great thing to take advantage over. However, I've noticed that if that's your sole purpose for creating video content, you can get to the point where you just burn out. You're doing it just to make money, and it's not really why you actually want to be doing it. So you can do it, there's nothing wrong with doing it. I would recommend having your own purpose. So are you doing it to help people? Are you doing it to get a message out? Are you doing to help people like yourself? So really have a think about that. What's the reason as to why you're creating the video content? And what is the outcome you want to have? If that is to make more money, if that's to have a certain change and effect on people, but what is the why for you? Okay, the second thing you want to do is get a schedule. And that means, how many videos are you going to commit to per week? Is it going to be a weekly thing? Are you going to do a daily vlog? How many videos are you going to be making? And this is important because it creates structure and makes you kind of stick to your schedule, because ideally you want to be producing video content consistently so people know it's coming, they get engaged with your content, and they want to keep following along. Now, here's the really important part about this. You want to commit to something that's easy for you to hit. And we have a tendency to jump into as many as we can and just go full out. But what will happen, what I've experienced myself, is you commit to something that you can't really take on, and you try it, you don't hit it, and then you just feel kind of disheartened, so you give up. So the trick is to just pick something simple. I would recommend, if you're just starting off, just pick one video per week. And if not, one video per fortnight, but just something easy that you can hit. As you start getting better and better at creating these videos, then you can bump it up to more and more. But at the start, just start off with something simple that you can get into the rhythm of. Okay, number 3 is format and style. What kind of video content are you going to be creating? Is it going to be a vlog where you go traveling and run around the city? Is it going to be an interview show where you get interesting people and interview them? Or is it just going to be you talking to a camera, answering questions? So have a think about that, and really think about what's most natural to you. If you can just mouth off into a camera for 10 minutes straight, definitely do that. If you don't feel as comfortable, maybe you do want to bring some people along with you and do more of an interview podcast style thing. So figure out what format you prefer to do, what's easiest to you, and where your natural strengths are, and then pick that kind of style. And you can always change it up, but if you're just starting off, pick one style and stick to that. Number 4 is making a content plan. So having the ideas laid out about what kind of content you're going to be producing. So for example, for videos, we have a lot of different things we can talk about with video why, whether it's your why and your purpose, and there's a whole content stream there. We can be talking about the art of speaking, how to project your voice, how to free flow in speech. And we can be talking about the actual filming, so using different cameras, what lens you should use, the different brands of cameras. So, for a video why, there are 3 different examples of streams we can go down, and within each one of those different streams, we have heaps and heaps of content ideas. What I would recommend doing is getting something like Evernote, and whenever you're on the go and you have an idea, just drop it straight into your Evernote. People ask you questions and you think, it's a good idea, just quickly note it down so you have this whole library full of ideas that you can go to when you're needing to create some video content. So getting into cameras, if you just have your phone, it is a good option. It is definitely not the best option, and I would recommend, if you're going to get into long-term video content, buy a good camera and invest in it and learn how to use that camera. If you can't do that right now, just stick to your phone, but definitely consider getting a camera. So here are some different cameras that you can look at, and I've really laid out 3 different types of cameras that are relatively cheap and entry-level cameras, but this is what I would recommend if you're just starting out. First one is a point and shoot. The point and shoot means that it's just the camera as it is, and you can't change and swap lenses. So it's a really good starting camera, just when you're ready to start off and you just get the basic camera to go with. I would recommend the G7X by Canon. It's about $500 you can pick up online. It's just ready to go as is. And if you're wanting to kind of take it up to the next level, I would suggest the Canon 750D. Now, this is taking the complexity in your camera up another level. This is not a point and shoot, this is a DSLR camera. And this is a camera where you can change the lens. So this gives you a lot more variability in what you can do with it. It also allows you to take really nice photos as well. So if you're wanting to do headshots and things like that, this is a camera that I would look into. And for most of your basic needs, the Canon 750D is a great camera. It also has that flip out screen, just like the G7X. It's a really solid camera, and it basically allows you to get all the knowledge about DSLR cameras in a great starting camera. And if you want to spend a little bit more and you're really wanting to invest in something quality, I would suggest getting the Sony a6-300. Now, I love Sony cameras. Sonys are what I use for all the work that I do with Video Y. And the Sony a6-300 is a brilliant starter camera. It can actually shoot in 4K, so it's very powerful. It's very small as well. It's a mirrorless camera, so in shape, it actually looks very similar to the point and shoot. You can change the lenses. It's a lot more high quality, and you have a lot more precision and variability. I would suggest just going with that if you have the money to invest in it, because it's just a great way to get involved, and the videos are gonna be high quality. Okay, so after you have a camera, one of the most important things is getting your audio in check. I would recommend just buying a lapel mic. You can grab one that plugs into your smartphone. Now, a really easy setup with this is have the camera mounted on a tripod or maybe even handheld. And then if you have an old phone, just plug your mic into that, put the phone in your pocket and pin the lapel on your shirt. And later in post-production, it's very simple to sync those two audio files together. So you match the audio taken from the camera with the audio taken from your lapel. Just with the press of a button, it syncs up, and then you have some beautiful, crisp sounding audio. That is how I would do it. And in future videos, I will show you exactly how to do that step by step. The final thing I would focus on is just giving real value to the people watching and engaging with your content. Every time I create a video, I think to myself, what is the most valuable thing I can give to you? Because you've given me your time and attention to engage with this. What is the most valuable gift I can give to you? And you can pay attention to different thought leaders, and especially Gary Vaynerchuk. And in my opinion, if you adopt this mindset, it's just easier to create content, and it's also a lot more fun, and you get a lot more out of it in the end. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please check it out. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm really happy to help out, and I'll see you guys next time.